Hi everybody, this is Sherry, and I just wanted to show you a card that I made for the My Besties design team. We just had a little challenge amongst ourselves to do a mini, as many as you could get, I guess, challenge. So this was as many as these old eyes could get, and I had to use a magnifying glass. I know, it's pitiful. I can't believe it. But thank goodness a friend of mine had a light she let me use, and it was an art light, but it had a magnifying glass attached to it because this is a 3-inch circle. The whole thing is. And then I used a 2.5 inch punch for the center, so I only had 2.5 inches of of space to work with. So what I did was I colored the My Bestie image up, and my daughter helped me with the rock because I thought it would just be cool that she would be outside a porthole, which is what I tried to make my card mimic my card after, was a porthole. And my daughter's like, no, she's not swimming. She's sitting on a rock. You need to put a rock. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can't draw a rock, Danae. So my daughter drew the rock that she's sitting on here. And then I colored her in with my Copics. And this little heart up here was one of the leftover pieces after I used Sherry Baldy's. Oh my golly, the name went right. One of her dies. I'm sorry. And this is one of the what you would call the negative piece. And so I kept all of the little hearts, and I just put one there in place of the circle that was up there for the anchor. And I colored her up with my Copics. I used the My Bestie mermaid images. And this is Colorblock metallic paper that I got from Big Lots for 50 cents, like, I don't know, 2 years ago or something. I used Stampin' Up! Pearls here, and then I used a silver metallic marker to go over them. I wanted them to look like screws, but I don't know how well. I mean, they look silver if the light's not on them, but when the light hits them, it kind of takes away the silver finish, and then they kind of look like pearls again. So I don't know how well I did with that. And this background piece here is Paper Tray Ink Aqua Mist cardstock. And there she is. She is my very tiny My Bestie mermaid image. And she really was fun to color. I think she'd be a lot more fun had she been larger. And I originally had done one and colored her hair and her face, and then started on her tail, and was using my fluorescent markers and was blending the I did the yellow, then the orange, and then the pink, the fluorescent pink, and it dropped a huge blob of ink, and it just spread all over it. And I was so upset because there was no way I could fix it. I mean, it was on, because the whole image is not here. The tail comes up, and it comes up about right here. So the blob was right in here, and it spread out past the tail, up into her hair, up here into the other colors I was using. I couldn't salvage her, so I had to start over. And one thing I do when I have markers that I know that do that, and I was told that sometimes they overfill them at the company, and that's why they do that. So what I do is I take a piece of washi tape, and I put a piece of, just a little ring of washi tape around that marker, so that if I choose to use that again, I'm very careful, and I watch the nib, and if it looks like it's getting really wet, then I start dabbing off the ink onto a piece of blank paper. But that's what happened to my first image. So, oh well, we live and we learn, and apparently I just needed more practice, so I got to practice. But it was fun. This was a fun challenge. I like to try to do things. This was a little harder for me, to be honest, because of my eyes. I am legally blind, so you know, it was a bit of a struggle, but I like to try things and prove to myself that sometimes I can do anything that anyone else can. So I hope you guys like this. If you like this image, give it a thumbs up. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to be so close. Give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below if you like the card. Thanks for visiting me today, guys, and happy crafting. Bye.